If you own a company, inevitably you're going to deal with catastrophic failure. It doesn't really matter what type of company it is, there's always going to be something that requires money, that needs attention, and I want to talk about that today, so stay tuned. Alrighty nation, welcome to another vlog. I hope everybody is well. I hope you're doing what makes you happy. If you are new here, I am Eric, this is the North Country Outdoor Channel, and you guys, when you hit the subscribe button, make up the North Country Nation. So hit the subscribe button, I'd love to have you. Well, let's talk about catastrophic failure. What is catastrophic failure? In my opinion, you have to kind of have a baseline of what catastrophic failure is in your business. In my line of work, I would say anything that costs me over $1,500 is going to be a catastrophic failure. That's going to be your drive line, motor, transmission, anything to do with the drive line in any of my equipment, trucks, loaders, tractors. It gets expensive. So in the beginning part of this winter, I actually did not have this truck, this super duper pooper scooper F-250 diesel of mine. The transmission went out of it last fall, and I didn't have the money to get it fixed. So that's kind of like part of the reason that motivated me to make this video, because again, I want to help you guys and I want you to learn from my mistakes. And I should have had a rainy day fund or a catastrophic failure fund. I should have had that, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't have it. So I couldn't get it fixed. So then what I had to do is, instead of being a smart business owner and having money set aside and getting it fixed and going to work, I had to run short-handed, being a truck down for a month until I could get some checks rolling in to afford to get that truck fixed. So that was the first catastrophic failure this year, and I'll just tell you, I'm the king of catastrophic failure. I don't know, it seems like every freaking year the things just break and cost me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. But I always say, if you don't like the rules, don't play the game. So I'm not complaining, I'm just telling you the reality of the situation, because that's me. I'm a realist. I deal in reality, and that's probably why you guys like me so much, because I don't sugarcoat nothing, man. This is the way it is. I'm an idiot. If you're doing what I did, you're an idiot. Why don't you just learn from me? Just shut up, skip a step, learn from me. Speaking of the king of catastrophic failure, I'm not going to tell you how much money I made last year, but I will tell you that I spent $29,000 on repairs and maintenance, and I only run 3 full-time trucks, a salt truck, and a loader. Let's just say that, yeah, that was a huge percentage of my profits for last year. So, you know, looking at my profit and loss statement, it's enough to make me want to cry seeing where repairs and maintenance went. But let me know in the comments if you want to see a video about profit and loss and how you can see exactly where all your money went for the year. You know, how much you paid yourself, how much you paid your employees, repairs and maintenance, how much your phone costs, all that stuff. I really can't use my own profit and loss because, you know, I love you guys, but, you know, that's just a little bit personal, how much money I make. I do well, but I still don't want to give that information out. So if you want me to mock up something and explain to you how profit and loss work, explain to you how gross versus net works, a lot of people kind of sort of understand it, and a lot of people, you know, I get this a lot: Eric, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, shut the f up. I do know what I'm talking about. I've been there, I've done that, and most of the people that talk like that, they've never owned a business a day in their life, and they get $15,000 back in tax return money when I'm sitting there paying in thousands of dollars. So I'm not trying to say that to make anybody feel bad, but don't come after me and say I don't know what I'm talking about when I'm the one that's doing well. I'm the one that's running a successful business. I'm the one that wants to help you guys. I just want the support. I don't want the negativity. It's too much. Like, I'll shut the freaking comments off if I have to, because I have that kind of control over my channel. So with that being said, I'm the only one that gets to rip on Eric. If I want to call myself an idiot, hey, I'll call myself an idiot. But if you call me an idiot, you better have a damn good reason. And if you have a damn good reason, I might even acknowledge that. Hey, it's my jam. Yeah, we were better turn that down because YouTube will give me a freaking copyright strike. I don't know how long you can have that playing or whatever, but I know I've gotten in trouble before. It's not like a trouble, like legal trouble. It's just they don't want you using other people's music in your stuff, which I get that, but I think you can get away with a short clip. So if I get in trouble, I will pull that out. But I just figured you guys might like to see how the plow life goes, and you get delusional, and you just want to have fun, and you don't even care. You just, that's how I feel. Like, I'm not mad, but I have a buddy that I love him to death, but he's been doing this just as long as me, and all he's dealt with is, I think, he had to have a transmission rebuilt, which is catastrophic. It is. But your day's coming, buddy. Your day's coming when you have to spend lots and lots and lots of money to get back on the road. And I won't say I told you so, but you can call me and I will listen to you cry about something that's costing you $5 grand to get fixed. So in your line of work, I don't know what it's going to be that causes catastrophic failure for you, but for me, it's anything over $1,500 and up to, you know, an infinite amount, 10 grand, whatever it might be. So therefore, I really need a catastrophic failure fund or a rainy day fund with, I would say anywhere from 8 to 10 grand sitting in it for when stuff like this happens. But Eric, who just has 8 to 10 grand sitting around? You just admitted that you don't. Well, I need to be more diligent, and I need to do my part, and I need to put money aside. I need to, right now, I'll just admit it again, reality, I do what I want when I want. If I want something, I go buy it. I need to stop doing that. Because there were so many years when you're first starting out in business that I didn't even get to take a paycheck. I don't remember the first 2 years maybe, I didn't really get a paycheck. Everything, just a good business owner will roll everything back over into the business. And I've talked about this before, that you have to do that, and you really should keep your day job until your business starts being profitable enough to where you can quit your day job and pull a paycheck. So once I started pulling a paycheck and the company started doing well, I realized I'm really not that broke. Let's do this and let's do this and let's do that. And that has been a major flaw of mine, and I will admit it for the world to see. Love me, hate me, don't really freaking care what you think. I'm just telling you. I know there was a couple times, or one time in general, my wife's like, hey, let's go to Disney. I'm like, hey, let's go to Disney. So we went to freaking Disney. That wasn't cheap. I should have took that money and I should have put it aside for a catastrophic failure. But instead, I took my wife and daughter to Disney and we made memories. Like, I don't know, guys. And then I made another video on how to pay yourself as a business owner. And so then I started taking my own advice, which is pretty good advice if you ask my opinion, and payroll. The best thing to do is to put yourself on payroll. Give yourself a paycheck every single week, whatever you want to pay yourself, $500 a week, $1,000, I don't care what you pay yourself. I'm just saying, if you pay yourself like you're working a regular job, then you're less apt to spend company money, if that makes sense. Yes, I own the company. Every dollar that sits in my bank account is my money, but at the end of the day, it shouldn't be my money. It shouldn't all be my money. I might run the company, but I also work for the company. And when you start working for the company is when you really start to see things explode, because you're more invested in the future. I can't even explain it. I'm drawing a blank. It's just, when you start out, you 1099 yourself, you get paid a little bit here and there, and then you go to the bank with those checks, and however much money you wanted, you would just deposit that money in the bank, write yourself a check, and then you take a paycheck. I might take a paycheck for $3,000 this week, and then maybe take a paycheck for $400 next week, but it was never the same amount. And I need to get myself, I started to, into a routine where I get paid the same amount, and that is my family money. The business money is the business money, the family money is the family money, and that allows your business to expand and grow because there's funds available to do so. So the second thing that happened to me and the third thing all happened within the same day. So check this out. I got a call from one of my accounts that, and the reason I'm sitting still and I don't have the camera turned around, I know you guys complain and you want to see what I'm doing, but I'm at an account right now that I can't reveal where I'm at, legality reasons. I never thought that that would be an actual thing, but it's a thing. And go back a couple videos, I got in trouble last month and I just want to protect myself. So maybe, you know, in the dark I can turn the camera around, but this is a day storm that we're dealing with right now. I'm sorry, but I make these kind of like podcast style. I know a lot of guys don't even like watch the video, they just listen, which is totally fine with me. You know, pop in your earbuds, whatever, as long as you're getting the information. So listen to it like a podcast or stare at me. Either way, I don't care. I just want to get the information out there for you guys. So the second and third thing, the second thing, I'm gonna roll a clip here in a second because I got a call from one of my accounts that said, hey, your salt truck is leaking diesel fuel. You need to get here right now and get this thing off site. I'm like, whatever. You guys are making a big deal out of it. It's really not that big of a deal. It's probably just a return line. I'll come check it out. I'll be there in a minute. Get your panties out the bunch and just calm down. This is what I showed up to, so roll the clip. Oh, I just got a phone call from one of my accounts. Told me to come in here because my salt truck was leaking fuel. And I'm like, it can't be that bad. Well, look at this. I showed up and they got my truck quarantined. So I got to get it off site. But this is that catastrophic failure I've been talking about. Yeah, this is actually pretty catastrophic because it's a fuel line, which means that it's catastrophic for this account because if it goes in a drain, it didn't make it to the drain. Thankfully, they stopped it. But if it goes in a drain, then they got to call the fire department, and it's a big hazmat ordeal. It's catastrophic for me because I now have to take this truck to the shop, and this is my only salt truck. Normally, what would happen if something went wrong with the salt truck and we could still operate it? I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but if it's still usable, we try to wait till spring because this is the one vehicle that we have to have all the time. So hopefully I can get it back pretty quick. All right, now that you've seen that truck is no longer a part of my fleet. Why? Well, that is a 97 Ford diesel that I've had for a very long time. I've had that truck for years and years and years. Back before I even started doing this. And only one door on the whole truck opens. It's the passenger side rear door. The frame is like rotting and it's not sitting right and the doors won't open and we had to bolt them shut. But you gotta remember, it's just a salt truck. It only gets ran to salt for like an hour a night. So what we did initially is went straight redneck on that thing and we pulled the front passenger seat out, and now you get in through the passenger side rear. I'm a little ashamed to admit this, but you get in through the passenger side rear and then crawl up into the driver's seat and you go about your business. Well, what happened was I knew this truck was kind of on its last leg, and as it was being used as a salt truck over the past few years, I didn't get it to the car wash as much as I should. The salt rotted out the fuel lines and the tank. Catastrophic. Get it out of my life. It's the truck. It could be fixed. I think it's got a 7.3 Power Stroke diesel in it. I know the Chevy people are gonna be like, why don't you buy a Duramax? Why don't you buy a Cummins? That's neither here nor there. I'm telling a story here, guys. If you need a 7.3 Power Stroke out of a 97, let me know. I got one for sale. I'm not getting rid of that motor because they're highly sought after. So that happened, and then the same day the transfer case went out of my Chevy. So all you Ford haters, my Chevy is in the shop still from a week ago, which it's no big deal. I've been dealing without it. They treat me good. I really like my shop that I deal with. So it's not really a big deal. There was just a mix-up in transfer cases, and they had to send one back and get a different one in, and then, yeah, you know how it goes, guys. It's just freaking life, man. Nothing ever goes like you want. So that failed. So basically this winter has just been like boom, boom, boom. Everything is going down, but I bought another truck, another 1-ton dually. I'm gonna have my mechanic throw the salter in the back of that. We're gonna off the old Ford, and hopefully I can get my other Chevy with the transfer case that's bad back today, and we'll be back in business. Now, one thing that you must understand is anything can be fixed with two things. This is like my fix for everything in the world. I don't care if it's friendships, relationships, business, something's broke. There's two things that'll solve all your freaking problems. The first one is time. The second one is money. Anything can be fixed with time and money. If you don't have time or you don't have money, then it can't be fixed. So therefore, as I've gotten more wise in my old age of 30, I realized that when you're a business owner and something breaks, you can shop around for the best deal. I do that, but it doesn't matter what it's gonna cost because you flat have to have it. I need my salt truck, so who cares how much it costs? Get the fucking thing fixed. I need the transfer case fixed in my other truck. Who cares how much it costs? Yes, I said shop around. If you can save $400, save $400. But you better know at the end of the day that a catastrophic failure is going to cost you money, and you need to be okay with it. So a lot of people get really upset, and I've learned to keep my cool because it's not worth getting upset. It has to be fixed. Right now, I just about got upset. I just about got really upset driving through town just a few minutes ago because I look up and diesel fuel is $3.09. Why is diesel $3.09? I have no freaking clue. It's less refined than gasoline, but it costs $1 more. That's the old Eric. The new Eric says, well, that's a son of a bitch. That sucks, but I shove the nozzle in there and I fill the thing up and I go about my day because you know what? It's supply and demand. They have it, I need it, I'm gonna pay for it. You can bitch all you want, but you're still gonna pay for it, guys. So that's what I'm trying to say here. It's just a vicious freaking circle and a hamster wheel, and it just goes around and around and around and around, and I feel like I'm working today so I can work tomorrow. I feel like a farmer, man. I'm farming this year so I can farm next year. What is wrong with me? What's wrong with me is I love being my own boss. I love answering to no freaking buddy, and I wouldn't change it for nothing. So, you should also know that I made this video already the other day, and I was super excited about it. I got home, I popped that SD card in that computer, and I went to edit it, and I clicked on the first video clip, and guess what? No audio. So, after bitching and moaning and complaining and possibly even a tear coming down my face, I decided that there was really no point in complaining. I just needed to gather my thoughts again and remake the freaking video. So I gathered my thoughts for a couple days. Here I am remaking the video. I feel like the first one was better because I make videos in the moment when I'm feeling passionate about that topic. So I was feeling passionate in the moment about that, and I didn't have any audio. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you got something out of it. If not, hopefully you get something out of the next video. I just really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and just remember, tomorrow is a new day. That term keeps coming back to everything that I believe in. Tomorrow is a new day. So you blew your freaking motor up today, but guess what? Tomorrow's a new day. Be creative and own it. And don't you guys forget, you are beautiful, you are amazing, I freaking love you, and I'll see you next time.